Welcome from the home of the New York Mets, Citi Field in Queens. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the New York Yankees going up against the New York Mets. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. All right, just about set to go. And today's starting pitcher, Kodai Senga. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Austin Wells leading things off and takes a strike. Comes up empty.
0-2.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
One down. Here comes Cody Bellinger. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Bellinger is an interesting example when you talk about scouting and development. I mean, this is a guy now that has turned into one of the premier power hitters in the sport. He was a 4th-round pick out of Hamilton High School in Chandler, Arizona in 2013. He hit 1 homer his senior year. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Came after him with the fastball on 0-2, and that's a pretty good demonstration of what power pitching is all about. He's got the stuff, obviously, and right there he used it to put his opponent away without needing to waste any pitches.
Here is Aaron Judge. That one close, ruled a ball, and that's ball 1. Foul ball there. 2 out, space is empty. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground, right side. Tosses to the pitcher, covering the bag. Judge out on the play. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Yanks held in check. Now the Mets offense will go to work for the first time. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And we're back. And today on the hill, Carlos Rodon.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Bottom of the first. Here's the veteran shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Francisco Lindor.
Rodon, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter.
Ball.
There's a strike, 95 of that one.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
High fly ball out to left field. Dominguez settles underneath it. Makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. Here's the Mets lineup now.
The right fielder.
The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
That one ripped. That's back there. Out of here. He leaves the yard to right. And just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all
on ready. Here comes. Yeah, that's fouled off. 1 out, base is empty. And there's a ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Stretches out and hauls it in.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run.
Third baseman.
Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Mark Vientos. That one in there across the letters.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That ends the frame. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Second inning set to go. And Paul Goldschmidt will come up to hit.
Goldschmidt.
Senga, a former All-Star, 32 years old, and he was born in Japan. Next pitch is outside.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
That is it.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
Chisholm Jr.
Fouled off left side. One down, base is empty. And ball 1. Dave Lawrence behind the plate today. Consistent and pretty accurate with the balls and strikes.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, Spook, that just keeps the game moving. Nothing overly unique about the strike zone that he calls, and as a result, he's appreciated by both sides.
Oh, great stop. But no chance that's an infield single.
He was all over that one. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. And this gets away from Alvarez. And now a man into scoring position.
That pitch was pretty far outside, further than he was set up, so kind of a tough one to handle, but still something he knows he should have had since it bounced off his glove and got away.
runner at second here at the top of the second. On the ground to third. Vientos whips it to first. And there's 2 away.
Batting 7, the left fielder, number 24, Jason Dominguez.
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Chisholm stands at second with 2 gone. And another ball. Right through there for a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And a swing and a miss.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
To third, Vientos sends it across to first, and that is the inning. The Yanks lead 1. They trail here 1-0. Back here at Citi Field, bottom half of inning number 2. Now here is Brandon Nimmo. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Evidently not too impressed with that call, and it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so he's making his case. You got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing your frustration with the umpire, and he felt this was his time.
And a foul ball. That's off the inside corner. Ball 2. And a slider misses down and away.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Count full.
In the air, out towards left center. And makes the grab. And there's 1 away.
That's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Starling Marte up to hit. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
That's low.
And that one missing low. Next offering is fouled back. Into center and a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Batting 7, the center
And now
fielder,
it's Jose Siri, third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. And a foul ball. Man at first, 1 away. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Big time
No
jam
ball,
right
2
there.
strikes.
I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Struck him out looking. Fastball to letters, froze him for strike 3.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after him.
Now at the plate, Francisco Alvarez. This one in the dirt. Two outs. Fastball for a strike.
0-2.
Out towards left center. Bellinger. And that is that. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. We played two full. It's the Mets 1 and the Yankees nothing. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for the Yankees, Oswaldo Cabrera. In for a strike. Went with the sweeper.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Siri calls it in, and there's one away.
Batting ninth, the third baseman,
Pablo Reyes stands in.
Reyes.
And that misses. And it's 1-0.
Ball 1, no strikes. Yeah.
Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And the next pitch is way outside. And that's in the dirt. One down, base is empty. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Hit in the air, center field. Lindor brings it in, and there's 2 down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Austin Wells will hit next. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. There's a swing and a drive. That one carrying. Gone. That one made it to the upper tank. He circles the bases, and we're all square. It's 1-1.
Wow, what a clutch swing right there. And now anything can happen in this game. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Bellinger up to hit. Up and in. And that's ball 1.
1-0.
Pop foul out of play off to the right.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
2 down, nobody on. And that's in for a strike. Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Just 1 hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. All even now at 1-1. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here in Queens,
Leading up
and now
for
the rookie
bat,
second baseman,
the second
Luis
baseman,
Angel
Luis
Acuna.
Angel Acuna.
Nice curveball for a strike. And that's in for a strike.
0-2 is the count.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That one
ball,
missed.
2 strikes.
In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate.
No, that's not the best two-strike fastball
Up
I've seen,
next for
but
the
certainly
bat,
got away with
the
the location
shortstop,
there.
Francisco
Sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so
Lindor.
focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Lindor stands in now and watches strike one. Hard ground ball, base knock. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Juan Soto now. He's already homered in this game. And there's a foul ball. Lindor, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Quickly in an
2
0-2
strikes.
count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Just outside, and the count 1-2. Now snap throw to first.
No, he's in.
Lindor back in there. Tied up here in the early going. That one down the line, and that's a fair ball. Lindor around second, headed for third. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out.
Still able to come through behind in the count.
Now
right there.
batting,
Pretty
the
tough for
first
the
baseman,
infielder to do
Pete
anything with that one. He pulled it hard
Alonso.
into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Runners at the corners here, one away. And next for the Mets, Pete Alonso. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
0-1's the count.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Strike two.
The healthy
Ball
cut,
two.
tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield
Now
playing
batting,
back, and this
third
pitcher
baseman,
has to step
Mark.
up and get the swing and miss.
He has
Really
done.
nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big two-out at bat coming up now.
So up next, Mark Vientos. Struck out swinging his first time. In there, and it's 0-1. The pitch. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Bellinger under it. And that's the inning. 2 left for the Mets. Score remains tied 1-1. New inning getting
Leading off
started.
for the
Here's
Yankees,
some
the
real
right
power
fielder,
at the
number
plate.
99,
Aaron Judge.
Aaron
If you don't
Judge.
get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
And ball one to the right fielder.
Well, in terms of hitting rocket home runs, Judge is near the top of that list. Only Giancarlo Stanton has hit more with greater exit velocity than Judge. Look out, though. Shohei is quickly climbing those charts.
Now 3-0. Deep drive down the line. Foul ball.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
Next offering is in for a strike.
We got a full count.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Here is Goldschmidt. Struck out swinging his first time. That one missing inside. Nobody out, runner at first. And that one cutting but missing down low. And that's in for a strike. So Goldie strikes out here.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
And that one fouled off. Good job to fight that one off. Line drive. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. Out number 2.
The batter, the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
So digging in, Anthony Volpe grounded out his first time. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
No waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
First and second, 2 outs. Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. And that's through there for a strike. Judge on second. Volpe at first. 2 out of the inning. Just missed. Pitch kicks away from Alvarez. And the runners will move up.
No trouble moving up to second on that play with the ball getting that far away from the catcher. Nice job to take advantage of the wild pitch.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Two outs. Base hit. One run is in. Oh, he botches it. The run scores from second, and it's 3-1.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Two outs. Runner on first. Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. Just off the outside edge. 1-0. Inside corner for a strike. Pickoff throw. Dominguez dives back in safely. 2 runs across in the inning. Top half of inning number 4.
That's outside.
Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Fastball is outside.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Got him. Dave Lawrence rings him up. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We're midway in the 4th. Yankees 3 and the Mets 1. Bottom 4, here's Brandon Nimmo.
For the Mets, the left fielder, Brandon.
Love it here at Citi Field. You know, it replaced Old Shea Stadium back in 2009, and Chipper Jones was really sad to see it go. It's actually the 3rd home of the Mets since they started out at the Polo Grounds for 2 seasons before Shea was finished. Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Ball 1 there.
Well, these Mets showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Just missed.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
On the ground to Jazz. Tosses to first. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
The batter, number 6, designated hitter, Starling Marte.
Here's Starling Marte. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That's a laser base hit.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Now it's going to be Jose Siri. Went down on strikes his first time through. That's down and in. Next offering upstairs.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around second is
Marte. Headed for the plate. One run across.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
One down, runner at third. Here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. He's 0 for 1. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And a base hit. The tying run is in to score from third. And it's an RBI single. It's 3-3.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
One down, runner at first. And next for the Mets, Luis Angel Acuna. Just missed. Alvarez, the base runner at first with one out. And that's off the inside edge. And the count now 2-0. Fastball for a strike at 95.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
On the ground, could be two. Glove flip to second, on to first, safe. So they get one, but a really nice try there. Here's Francisco Lindor, 1 for 2. That one off the mark, ball 1. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Curveball over for a called strike. The 1-1 is fouled off.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Up with it, fires to first. And it'll be first and third now after that miscue.
Now batting. Right
So he's
fielder,
able to reach first base despite the strikeout. And that extends the inning. Kind of a tough turn of events for the defense there.
Yeah, it's maybe a little bit of a morale killer. For a second, you think you're about to go hit, but really quickly you have to refocus and be ready for the next play. We'll see if they can work around it.
And now it's Juan Soto. He's already homered here in this one. And ball 1. Two on, 2 outs. Tap foul at the plate. Runners at the corners with 2 outs.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Out to short. Volpe sends it to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. They get 2 and draw even again. We're headed to the 5th. All tied up at 3 apiece. And welcome back to the
Leading off for
ballpark.
the Yankees,
Top
the
5,
third
John
baseman,
Sciambi with
Pablo
Chris Singleton. And leading it off,
Reyes.
Pablo Reyes. Senga back to work. Climb the ladder with that fastball. Strike 1. Reyes measures 5 feet 8 inches, 31 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Foul ball there. And he chases that one. Picks up strikeout number 7. Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees.
Wells.
He was late there. Strike 1.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Hard hit right side. Toss to Alonso. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, the center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Here comes Belly to take his cuts. 0 for 2 in this one. That one ripped left field. And this one looks like trouble. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is
The
where
right
we
fielder,
see the
number
OPS
99,
jump up.
Aaron
Manager might have to go
Judge.
to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
So runner at second, 2 down. Aaron Judge now at the plate. He has, as they like to say,
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
that's right.
0-1's the count.
Bellinger at second with 2 down.
One and one.
In the dirt, but kept close. Nice job behind the plate there. Activity in the bullpen. Danny Young up and throwing. Nunez warming up as well. Line drive, and that's a base hit out of the left center field. Heading for the plate. He scores, and they have the lead. It's an RBI single. It's 4-3.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine.
The
Another
designated
clutch
hitter,
run
Paul
scoring at bat.
Goldschmidt.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. And here's Paul Goldschmidt, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one's in there. Strike 1. Fly ball down the line. Soto makes the catch, and that is that. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 4-3 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Bottom of the inning, leading off, Pete Alonso. close, but called a ball. Ball one. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Luke Weaver, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And there's a ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you drive back to the dugout.
Three one now.
Full count.
On the ground to third. Zips it to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the fifth.
Third baseman, Mark Vientos.
Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. Outside corner, there's a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Ripped on a line. Bellinger makes the grab. And there are two down.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Nimmo, the next to hit, takes ball one. Two down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Hammered, base hit.
Wow. So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
So a man aboard.
Number
and next
6.
is the designated hitter, Starling Marte. He's 2 for 2.
Marte.
Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Coming home. He scores to tie it up.
Well done. Drives in the run. Put a really nice balanced swing on it. And when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box. And he'll feel real good about that one. A chance now to take the lead. And at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Carlos Rodon is done in this one. And he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment.
Now pitching for the
Now
Yankees.
a right-handed arm out of the bullpen.
Number 30.
Luke Weaver.
Still pretty early in the ball game,
Weaver.
so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
And now the center fielder, Jose Siri.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And downstairs. Marte at second with 2 down. Right through there for a strike. That's towards center. Bellinger under it. He's got it. That is the inning. One for the Mets here on the RBI double. All even now at 4 apiece. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Danny Young.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
So digging in,
Leading off
Jazz
for the
Chisholm
Yankees,
Jr.
the second baseman.
This is kind of a tough
Chisholm
matchup
Jr.
as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Just off the outside edge, and it's 1-0. Action in the pen down there. A.J. Minter, the left-hander, up and throwing. Buto, the right-hander, loosening up as well. And that's outside.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
That's a little bit low. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
There's a strike. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
The batter, number 11.
Go ahead, run on base. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And a base hit on a line. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
And that one clips the corner. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. Tied at 4. That one is absolutely belted. That's down. One hops off the wall. One runs in. The relay, safe. He beats it. And it's 6-4.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And now the first baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera. Right through there for a strike.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
There's a strike. That one drilled left field. That's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score, and it's an RBI single. It's 7-4.
Really nice job, a two-strike hitting in that at-bat. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Danny Young out of the game. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
New
the
pitcher
Mets.
now, Dedniel Nunez.
Number 72.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Pablo Reyes stepping in now for the Yankees. Outside low, and that's ball 1.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Runner takes off, fought off foul. The 1-1 is fouled off. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Here's the catcher to hit, Austin Wells. He blasted one out earlier in the third.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
And misses inside. That one finds the zone. 1-2. Yankees up by 3.
2-2 the count.
In the dirt. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Still only one out here in the inning.
Full count.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
3-2 now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Got him swinging.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And here comes Bellinger. 1 for 3. And a curve misses outside. Cabrera off of first with 2 away. High fly ball, shallow right field. Soto makes the grab, and that'll do it. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Yankees 7 and the Mets 4. Bottom of the 6th, and here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Mark Leiter Jr. appears to be getting loose. Hamilton also getting ready. That one finds the corner. And 1-1. Fastball for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Luis Angel Acuna up now for the Mets. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. So now back to the top of the order.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could
Now
handle.
batting,
Just a simple ground
shortstop,
ball the other way that
Francisco.
had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do.
Lindor.
Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Yeah, that's fouled off. The Mets trailing by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Line drive, base hit. They get it in quickly, so first and second, now 1 out.
Now batting, the right fielder, Juan
Here's Juan Soto.
Soto.
First
Ball,
pitch
that's out.
misses. Two on, 1 out. Center field. Bellinger under this one. Makes the grab, and there's 2 down. And now it's the polar
Now
bear,
batting,
Pete Alonso.
the first
0
baseman,
for 3 in
Pete
this one.
Alonso.
Little chopper rolls foul. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Late swing, fouled off. Two outs.
Ball.
That misses
2
the
balls,
zone,
2 strikes.
and the count is 2-2. Two on, 2 outs, and it's filled up. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's back there. Just missed getting out of here and tying this game. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. We're through 6 full. It's the Yankees 7 and the Mets 4. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Stanek.
Pretty tight
Now
game, so they're
pitching for
looking
the
for
Mets,
quality pitches out of him right
number
here.
55,
Got to do his best to keep the score right
Ron
where it is.
Stanek.
Yeah, the hard-throwing
Leading
righty
off for the Yankees,
trying
the
to
right fielder,
secure
number
these outs
99,
against
Aaron
a potent Yankee lineup, and it
Judge.
starts with Aaron Judge. This guy with light tower power. That's in there, and that's strike 1. Judge waits. That one's in there, and the count is 0-2.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, big
Now
power
batting,
guy right there
designated
and
hitter,
generating so
Paul
much bat speed. It's
Goldschmidt.
hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Goldie batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
0-1's the count.
And the 0-1. And it's fouled away. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Two down, base is empty. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr. And that clips the inside corner.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Fastball almost got him there.
Got close to the immaculate inning, and he just couldn't find the zone right there. When you think about it, 9 straight strikes, so tough to do.
Backed off the plate that time.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
2-2 now. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Down in order go the Yankees. They hold a 7-4 lead.
Now pitching for the
We're
Yankees.
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom
Number
of the 7th.
56.
Mark Leiter Jr.
Mark
The offense will
Leiter
need to be ready for the
Jr.
breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Mark Vientos getting ready to hit.
The third baseman.
The Mets in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at bat out of him right here.
That one clips the outside corner. 0-1.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Swing and a foul out of play. The 0-2. And that skips in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. That's down and in.
2 strikes.
That missed by a lot, and the count is filled up. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying
Now
off a
batting,
3-2
the
pitch,
left
and I'll
fielder,
tell you what, he
Brandon
earned that walk.
And the batter
Nimmo.
now, Brandon Nimmo.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
That's a ball.
Squirts away a little bit. Tag, save at second. And good hustle to move up. That's a wild pitch.
No, Boog, not exactly making him earn it right now with the walk and now a wild pitch. He's going to need to find a way to refocus out there, get back in the strike zone before this unravels on him.
Runner at second, nobody out. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Oh, he throws it away. But a great backup there, and no one will move up.
The batter, number 6. Designated hitter,
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Now it's the DH, Starling Marte. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. Going on.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
With the tying run at the plate, near the bottom of the 7th. Roll to short, possible 2 ball. Here's one. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killer.
First and third, nobody out. You're thinking you've got it lined up for a pretty big inning right here. So that double play is pretty deflating. They get the run in, but now they're starting all over.
Here's the center fielder, Jose Siri. And first offering is fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. But they push across 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Yankees 7 and the Mets 5. Back here at Citi Field, we're at the top of the 8th. And now here is Anthony Volpe. Stanek back to work. The shortstop takes the ball. Stanek, in his 8th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, a slider, and he works in a sinker. Foul ball. And that misses. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That to right. Soto really on his horse for it. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one away.
Number 24, Jason Dominguez.
So up next, Jason Dominguez. Fastball for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. One down, base is empty. There's a strike. And they'll do it again. In the air, left field. Nimmo snags it on the run.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Cabrera stands in now, looks at that one inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And that is in for a strike. And it's 1-1.
Ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. So they go quietly there. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Yankees 7 and the Mets 5. Now on the bump, Ian Hamilton.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Hamilton.
Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez.
Francisco Alvarez.
On the ground to the left, and foul ball. 0-1. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And that's the first out.
No need to deviate from the slide right there. The hitter just not making the adjustment. He came at him with the breaking ball, pitch after pitch in that at bat, and evidently there was no answer for it.
And next for the Mets, Luis Angel Acuna. Swinging a foul straight back. And that is out of play. The Mets down by a pair here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one. Getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. A little bit high, maybe, and that's ball 1. On a line, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Next to hit, Juan Soto. Pickoff move to first. Lindor back in there. Ball 1, no strikes. And another ball.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
That's a strike across the top of the zone. Too low, and it's ball 3.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Tying run at the plate. Pulled down the line. This one hammered, but it's foul.
Oh, man. That stays fair. We got a new ball game. Great swing. Just couldn't keep it between the lines.
He's got it, and that'll end the inning. We're back. It's all right, ready to get underway. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Wastes no time there. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. In for a strike. It's 0-1. He's got an MVP and a Rookie of the Year under his belt. And a guy who's played every day as a first baseman, every day as a right fielder, every day as a center fielder. And that one wrapped foul. Runner at first with no outs here. Got him swinging. 1 out.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it, and not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Aaron Judge at the plate. Right side, and that's just foul. Man at first, 1 away. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him in the scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss as he was late.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Not
One ball,
close with that
2
one.
strikes.
And it's 1 and 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss
That's
in the
ball
zone because that's where you get hurt.
2-2 the count.
Wells off of first with 2 away. Smoked on the ground a second. Out number 3. It's the Yankees 0, Mets coming to bat. Major League Baseball is on the show. And we're back. The lefty on the mound for the Yankees, Carlos Rodon.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
We go to the bottom of the first. Here's Francisco
Lindor.
And a foul ball. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2. Goes down looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty.
Man, just backdoored him with the breaking ball right there. And I'll tell you what, as a hitter, it looks like it's a mile away. So you give up on it, and then it just hooks around that outside corner. Tell you what, if a pitcher can make a pitch like that, you pretty much just have to tip your cap as you walk back to the dugout.
Next offering is fouled back. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. 1 out, base is empty. Stays alive. On the ground, Volpe gets it to first. 2 up, 2 down. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Here's Pete Alonso.
Come on, Polar Bear.
And a strike on the outside edge.
0-1.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And that one is inside ball 1. That one missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Inside. Counts full, 3-2. Inside, and that's ball 4.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
So a man at first. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets.
Ball 1.
And that's downstairs and outside. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Reyes slings it across, and that is the inning. Mets strand 1, scoreless after 1. Second inning set to go. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Senga back to work. Chisholm getting 5th in today's lineup. And he was born in the Bahamas. Strike 1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
So now 1-2. Popped up. Acuna. 1 away.
No, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrating with himself until his next at bat.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. And he drops it down the third baseline. And he barehands it. The throw in time. Got him.
Batting 7, the left fielder, number 24.
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. First pitch just misses. No score here in the second. That's in there, and the count 1-1. fouls one off out of play. Back to our left. Next offering upstairs. And the sweeper misses. 2 out, space is empty. Towards first, Alonso. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So the Yanks go in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Queens,
Leading up,
stepping in,
net,
Brandon
the
Nimmo.
left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Off the
Ball
mark
one.
there. Ball one.
Not giving him a pitch to hit there isn't a bad thing. He's dealing with a great first pitch hitter up there.
And that's
That's out.
outside. Next offering is fouled back. And now it's filled up. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Now fly ball to right center. Bellinger settles under this one. And he makes the catch. And there's one down.
Batting sixth, the designated hitter,
Starling Marte up to hit.
Marte.
Up and in. 1-0.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And that'll fall for a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Batting seventh, the center fielder, Jose Siri.
Runner on at first with one gone. Jose Siri digs in now. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass looking for the sac bunt. And foul ball. Marte stands at first with one out. And a slider catches the zone.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger.
1 ball.
And
2
perhaps the
strikes.
best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
Rodon fires. That one not close. 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one is upstairs. And ball
That's
4,
outside.
2 aboard.
Ball 4.
Batting eighth,
First
the
and
catcher,
second, one out.
Francisco
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. And a big swing and a miss.
No, he's really working that
0-1's
inside
the count.
corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
Way out front for strike 2.
0-2.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
The next offering misses. Going to count 1 and
1
2.
ball, 2 strikes to count.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Bottom half of inning number 2. Way
2 balls,
inside,
2
gets out of the
strikes.
way. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Marte is waved home. Here comes the throw. He will score, and they take the lead. 1-0. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Two on, 1 out. Acuna, the next to hit. That one's in there. That's strike 1. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And it drops in.
Back-to-back base hits. Backdoor breaking ball, and he didn't go the other way with it like you might think, but he put a good swing on it, squared it up nicely.
Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. Led off the game with a strikeout. On the ground left side. 6, 4, out, 3 double play. And the inning is over. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Mets 2 and the Yankees nothing. And welcome back to the
Leading off for the
ballpark.
Yankees,
Top
the
half of
first
the third
baseman,
inning. Now
Oswaldo
here is Oswaldo Cabrera. And that
0-1.
misses. And it's 1-0.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
So 2
Oh, that
balls
pitch
and
is
no
out.
strikes.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes, no free passes. You can't allow that.
Just
Oh, that's
missed.
inside.
That one
That's ball
misses.
4.
So a
Take the
leadoff walk.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but
the
now
third
at least he
baseman,
gets a fresh start
Pablo
against a new batter, but
Reyes.
he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Pablo Reyes stands
Oh,
in.
that pitch is out.
Just missed. Nobody out. Runner at first. Out to center. Siri makes the grab on the run.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his
The
highest
catcher,
gear
number
and go a
28,
long way to
Austin
track that one down.
Wells.
Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
So the batting order turns over, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Austin Wells. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. And there's a foul ball. Move to first. Cabrera
He's
back
good.
on a dive.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the
Too high.
secondary lead
Ball.
and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still manages a throw. The
He's in
throw
there. He's
comes
safe.
in too late. A tough play, and now there are runners at first
The
and
center
second.
fielder, number 35, Cody Bellinger.
Here comes Cody Bellinger. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Late swing, foul to the left. Tying run is at first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Next offering upstairs. On the ground, 2 ball. Lindor, that's 1. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. So no runs on no hits, 1 error, and a runner left. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Mets 2 and the Yankees nothing. Back here at Citi Field. Here's Juan Soto.
The right fielder, Juan Soto.
Close, but call the ball. And that's ball 1.
And now a little barking back towards the umpire. Clearly thought he got that outside corner on what was a pretty big pitch. Sometimes that only makes it worse for you moving forward, but it can also open up that location in the future if the umpire thinks there's a chance that he missed it.
And a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
When you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
And next for the Mets, Pete Alonso. Walked his first time. Fouled off left side.
Well, Boog, it didn't take very long for Alonso to set the home run record here at Citi Field. He passed Lucas Duda for the top spot in June of 2023.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Oh and 2 now.
1 ball.
In the
2
dirt.
strikes.
The throw to second is offline. Soto into scoring position on the wild pitch. And there goes the double play possibility.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up into scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
No outs. Runner on second. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Rodon sets and deals. Fights it off. He'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Grounds 1 to short. Volpe tosses to first. 1 gone. Bottom of the 3rd inning.
Up next for the Mets, the third baseman, Mark Vientos.
Mark Vientos now at the plate. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And that one hammered. That's back. Caught just shy of the wall. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to 3rd. Now 2 away. Here's Brandon Nimmo.
The left fielder,
0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
Nimmo.
That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. Breaking ball misses down and away. Good hitters count the 2-0. That one missing inside.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position. And a hitter's count.
Starling Marte. Up next for the Mets. And here it comes. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first
The batter,
base with a
number
quick
6.
free pass.
Designated hitter.
So 2 outs
Starling
with runners on the corners.
Marte.
Starling Marte up now for the Mets. Singled and scored his first time. Just
that's
missed. 2 on, 2 outs. Foul ball there. Two outs. That's hard hit in the line. Bellinger makes the grab. And the inning is over. 2 left for the Mets. They're up 2-0. And we're back.
Leading
Here
off
comes
for the
Aaron
Yankees,
Judge.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Judge rips that one. Makes the grab, 1 down.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. And that one pulled foul. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. Man at first with 1 gone. Jazz Chisholm Jr. getting ready to hit. 0 for 1 with a flyout. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Goldie over at first with 1 away. That's inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Misses inside, and that's ball 2. And that one in the air center field. Siri hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. Swings through that.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
The shortstop takes the ball. The next pitch misses, and it's 2-1. And a foul ball, he stays alive. That one 95 to finish him off. 1 for the Yankees. They're still down. It's 2-0. bottom of the fourth,
Leading up
and now the
for
center
Mets,
fielder,
the
Jose
center
Siri.
fielder, Jose Siri.
Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
The catcher, number 4, Francisco
Alvarez will hit next. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Hauls it in for the out.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Luis Angel.
Here's the second
Acuna.
baseman, Luis Angel Acuna. RBI single his last time up. Step off throw to first. Siri back in on a dive. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Rodon ready. Here comes. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it, still try to get that ground ball double play.
Here goes the runner. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
Good job to fight that one off. Man at second. That one the other way. Chisholm. Throw to first in time.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
So the lineup flips over. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. In the dirt, nice job behind the plate. Some early action out there in the bullpen. Luke Weaver getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Weaver getting loose as well. 2 outs and a runner at third. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And there's a ball. And a foul ball. Next pitch is downstairs. Juan Soto waiting to hit for the Mets. Two outs. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Mets leave 1, but they're on top 2-0. Back here in Queens, we go to the top of the 5th, and here is Jason Dominguez. Senga back to work. And that's fouled off.
You know, these Yankees, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs.
Ball.
Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
And down on strikes he goes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Oh, just a beautiful fastball on the inside
batter,
corner for
the
that
first
backwards
baseman,
K right
Oswaldo
there. I think the hitter saw it all the
Cabrera.
way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
So digging in, Oswaldo Cabrera. Ball one there.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Cabrera goes 5 feet 11 inches, 200 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. And that one fouled off. The Mets leading by 2, and we're at the top of the 5th. This one chopped up the middle. To first, and the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th.
The batter, the third baseman, Pablo Reyes.
And now, Pablo Reyes. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Lindor on to first. And the Yanks go quietly. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Mets 2 and the Yankees nothing. And welcome back to the
League up
ballpark.
for the
John
Mets,
Sciambi with my
the
buddy
right
Chris
fielder,
Singleton.
Juan
And set to get us started. Bottom 5.
Soto.
Juan Soto. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, these Mets doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out 1 time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
Ball. That's inside.
Next offering is in for a strike.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
His ability to draw walks has
Up
been
next
something
for the Mets,
that's been part
the
of his
first
career
baseman,
since day
Pete.
1.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the
Alonso.
mound. Pitching change coming. Carlos Rodon is done in this one. Just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment.
Now pitching for the
Luke
Yankees,
Weaver gets the ball now.
number 30, Luke Weaver.
Man at first, nobody out. Pete Alonso, the next to hit. Right through there for a strike. Soto gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Fouled off. He was late. Ground ball left side could be two. Over to Jazz. There's one. Relay to first. Double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine.
Now batting,
that's the one thing
third
about big
baseman,
leaguers. They make
Mark
tough plays look simple.
Vientos.
Next is the cleanup hitter for the Mets, Mark Vientos. In there at the knees for a strike. Two down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. In the air, center field. Bellinger makes the catch, inning over. Top 6. Here's the catcher, Austin Wells.
Austin Wells.
That's a
Ball
ball,
one,
went
no
with the
strike.
sweeper. Swing and a foul out of play. Next offering is downstairs. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. And there's one down.
The center fielder, number 35, Cody Bellinger.
Here's Cody Bellinger. They'll say this is a guy that grew up in big league clubhouses, and it's something that you see throughout the game. Sons whose fathers also played the majors. Just missed.
I can only imagine the comfort level of being in the ballpark for those kids who are fortunate enough to have a dad that played in the big leagues. Them being on the baseball field, for some it's pressure. For them, they feel that they are right at home.
One down, base is empty. That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. And a swing and a miss.
2-2 now.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two now. Now one missed.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Three-two on the way. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Outside, and that is ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Judge in the box with one away as he takes ball 1. And another ball.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
And that's downstairs. Ball 3.
3 balls.
With the
no
tying
strike.
run at the plate, and we're the top half of the 6th. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, this could be the start of something. They haven't found a way to score yet, but now's their chance to change that.
Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. 1 for 2. Sliced hard but foul. One out. Runners at first and second. Pitch kicks away from Alvarez. Both runners move up, 2 in scoring position now, and that takes away the double play.
Well, that could end up being pretty costly right there. They had the double play set up as a way to get out of the inning, but instead it becomes a big strikeout situation with 2 in scoring position.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
In plenty of time to first, and they get Goldschmidt for the out.
The batter, the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
The Mets have some action going in their pen. A.J. Minter, the lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Buto, the right-hander, also getting loose. Next pitch is outside.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. And a ball evens the count. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. And it remains 2-2. Two on, 2 outs.
3-2.
In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. And they're all loaded up.
Ball 4.
Good patience to take that walk and keep the line moving, and it sets a critical at bat coming up with the bases loaded here.
2 outs, bases full. Now it's the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Misses off the plate. 1-0. Bellinger, the runner at third. Judge over at second. Chisholm on at first with 2 down. The shortstop takes the ball.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
That pitch in for a strike, and it's 2-1. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Huge strikeout there.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Well, we go bottom 6. Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And that's downstairs and outside. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And now 1 away.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. pretty textbook pitching.
Marte.
Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Marte in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. Next offering is fouled back. Stays alive.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Missed with a changeup. Now 2-2. That one ripped right center field. And that gets down into the gap. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer. And he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
And next for the Mets, Jose Siri. A walk, and he's also singled. And that's in there at the knees.
0-1.
Fouled off down the right side. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. One out and a runner at second. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Jazz tosses to first, and there are 2 outs.
The catcher, number 4, Francisco.
Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. Tap foul at the plate. Two outs. Late swing fouled off. Next pitch is outside.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons he let it go by. He's still in the at bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Mets 2 and the Yankees nothing.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Mets.
back. We're in the 7th. We have a new
Number
pitcher on the
33.
mound, A.J. Minter.
AJ.
These are the spots relievers really
Minter.
make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Leading off for the
And
Yankees,
stepping in for the
left
Yankees,
fielder,
Jason Dominguez.
Dominguez.
as the lefty gets to work. Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. Breaks his bat and pops it up. He makes the grab, and there's one down. The Yankees looking to rally.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Oswaldo Cabrera digs in now. He's 0 for 1. That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least one run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
One down, base is empty. And that one ripped to left. Nimmo hauls it in, 2 away.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent base.
Reyes.
So 2 down now, and here is Pablo Reyes. That one hit to right. Soto gets under it and makes the play, and that's out number 3.
Now pitching for the
We're
Yankees.
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th.
63.
Fernando Cruz.
Fernando Cruz.
Here's the second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna.
The second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna.
First pitch, not close.
No need to offer at that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
That misses the zone. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And that's in the dirt. On the ground right side. Now the throw to first on the run. And save. He busted it down the line for that infield single.
That's why you run hard 90 feet. Take nothing for granted, especially when you've got great speed. I'll take the infield knock.
Back to the top of the order now. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor. 0 for 3 in this one.
Hey, now let's go. Let's go, Matt.
In for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
Cruz picks over. Acuna dives back in safely. Acuna on at first. Nobody out. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Bellinger gets under it. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, the right fielder, Juan Soto.
So up next, Juan Soto. That's in there. Strike one. Runner on the go. Ripped to right. Makes the grab. 2 down.
Now batting, first baseman, Pete Alonso.
And next for the Mets, Pete Alonso. And there's a ball.
Counts 1-0.
Runner on the go. Strike in there. Throw
Ball,
there.
1 strike.
Safe. Singy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
And
Nope,
it is
that's off the
2-1.
plate. Ball 2.
Cruz, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. Fouls one off. 2-2.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
And the polar bear strikes out. So 1 hit is all they get. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Mets 2 and the Yankees nothing. We go to the 8th. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Austin Wells. Minter back to work. Minter measures 6 feet even, 31 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2015. Next offering is down low. Movement in the bullpen. Edwin Diaz, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Buto getting cranked up as well. And that is out of play. Struck him out without a swing. Went back to the changeup, and it was successful.
Up next
Well, I
is
think that was just a case of a hitter quitting on a pitch. He was looking fastball and didn't see it out of the hand and just left the bat on his shoulder. That was a changeup right over the plate. Probably not the location he was looking for, but the change of speeds is what fooled him, and he got the out.
Bunting for a hit. And that's a bunt single. That was placed perfectly.
Maybe a little small ball is exactly what the doctor ordered to rev up this offense, and they've been pretty quiet all game, so maybe this wakes them up a bit and helps them get on the board.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. A.J. Minter won't go any further. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for
The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Jose Buto.
Jose Buto.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Buto throws to first.
No, he's in there.
Bellinger dives back. Just
Ball
off
back
the
there.
inside edge. with the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. And another ball.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Nimmo has it sized up. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Paul Goldschmidt now. And that's outside, and it's 1-0. Fastball is outside.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
The tying run at the plate. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Lead runner to second with 2 gone.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good. Really important at bat coming up now.
Now Jazz Chisholm Jr. steps up for a big at bat. Swings and misses. And that is strike 1. So the tying run at second. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
And a swing and a miss. 3rd out.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Now pitching for the
Back
Yankees.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Jake Cousins. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Mark Vientos now at the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out.
Vientos.
That misses, and that's ball 1. He was late there, strike 1.
Belly just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Swung on, belted. And that is a foul ball. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Slider got him for strike 3.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Movement in the Yankees pen. Mark Leiter Jr. getting ready to go. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Just off the inside edge. Clips the corner, 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That's out number 2.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits,
The
the
batter,
advantages
number
of relievers who can come
designated
in
hitter,
and get the swing and miss,
Starling.
whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little
Marte.
jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Marte in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. That's down and in. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
And that one popped in the air, left field. Dominguez nabs it, and that ends the inning.
Now pitching for the Mets, number 39, Edwin Diaz.
All set to start the 9th in this one. And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Just missed. Breaking ball inside. Now 2-0. And a foul ball. And a swing and a miss there.
2-2 now.
And down on strikes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
Dominguez in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen, so hard to play catch-up.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The Yanks trailing by 2 here at the top of the 9th.
Ball 2.
And that one almost hit him. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And that's ball 4.
Take your base.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
They're not ready to go home quite
Now
yet.
batting, the first baseman, Oswaldo
And here's the first baseman,
Cabrera.
Oswaldo Cabrera. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
There it was, a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
That one is absolutely belted. Bangs off the wall. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Always feels amazing getting a job
Now
done when the
batting
team
for the
needs you
first
to come
base,
through. It's just bigger than your own
Reyes.
individual stats. It really turned on that one, and as it hooked down the line, it was hard to tell if it would stay fair,
Now
but it just
at third
barely
base.
sneaked in there. And now a crucial
Number
opportunity
70.
to tie up this game with another base hit.
So
Ellis.
2 in scoring position with 1 out. Now the third baseman, Pablo Reyes. Golden opportunity right here. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
In the infield at the
0-1.
corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
So the tying run at second. That misses the zone. And 1-1. Cut on and lifted in the air. Siri pulls it in on the run. The throw is offline and he's in to score. It's 2-1.
In that
Now
situation,
back,
you're
the
looking to get
catcher,
something up
Austin
in the zone that you can put in
Wells.
the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Edwin Diaz is done, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for
New
the Mets.
pitcher on now, Dedniel
Number
Nunez.
72.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
So last chance for the Yankees. And here is Austin Wells. Trying to deliver as the hero. First
Ball
offering
one, no
misses
strike.
badly for ball 1. And fouled off.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field not.
And he hits a ground ball right side. On to first. Ball game. And the Mets hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
Well, looked like the pitcher was getting into a little trouble there, but quickly brought out a pitch that isn't what most hitters are looking for with that great velocity. But it was really good movement on the changeup and a nice win today.